What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today we're going to be doing another Walking Dead top 10 list. Now, you guys know I've done a video talking about my top 10, or actually my top 15 favorite Walking Dead episodes of the Walking Dead television series. This is going to be the actual total opposite of that, except kind of also different, because it's not going to be a top 15. This is going to be a regular top 10. And this is going to be what are the 10 my least favorite episodes of the Walking Dead television series from 10 to 1. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I kind of wanted to see, kind of what people think of the episodes I actually don't think are actually that good. Now, The Walking Dead, most episodes are really good, and you guys know it's my favorite TV show, as you can tell. But the thing is that I think that there are still a few episodes that I have to consider. And that's kind of what this list is going to be about. So I love The Walking Dead, but I still want to see what people think, and write your list down in the comments below. One thing I want to show off real quick before, though, is for my background, for the sketches background that I have over there. I'm going to be actually framing some of the pictures. So I have a new one. I got a Rick Grimes Season 7 picture, which is really neat, really cool. I love this one. So what I'm going to be doing is actually I'm going to put them all in frames instead. I just think that's a better idea. So I picked up that one, and I picked up a Abraham one, which is really cool. Hopefully you can't get any glare there. But yeah, really cool, right? So I am very happy to get those. If you guys want to see any other characters be added to the wall, write it down. I've already gotten a couple new ones like Carol, Daryl, Dwight, and Carl and Glenn, and I've gotten a few others that I've actually started to frame. So I'm gonna frame them instead. So that's kind of an idea I had. I didn't originally plan on framing them, but now I kind of just thought of it. So. Okay, number 10. Number 10 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 6, which is called Swear. Now, I'm going to put the list down there, actually. So this episode is at the Tara one where she goes to the ocean side, and they're like, you have to swear you don't tell anybody about this place, that kind of deal. It kind of sets up Episode 15. This episode, for me, I think the thing that bothers me is that I don't know what it is, but I feel like this episode is kind of just off. Something about this one is off to me. Maybe it's because we don't see any of our main characters aside from Tara. I don't know. Something feels off about this episode. I can't really explain it, but I just didn't enjoy this one as much as some of the other episodes. Something about it. Number 9, another Season 7 episode is going to be Season 7, Episode 3, called The Cell. Now, this one was torture for the fans. Me, personally, it wasn't really torture. I still enjoyed it, but I think the problem with this one is that I don't think that this episode is that great, because all you really basically get is them trying to turn Daryl into a savior. And the thing that disappointed me is that there's no progress in this episode at all. I would have actually preferred seeing Daryl say he's Negan. And I'll tell you why. Because then at least we would have gotten something where maybe once they trust him, he can break out, in a more easy way. And I think that this episode suffers because if you look at it, if you watch Episode 3 and then you get to Episode 4, it's as if they haven't even started to torture him yet, because nothing's progressed. He's still Daryl. He's not Negan. And it's like, what's the point? It's like, he doesn't even say he's Negan anyway. So it's like, this whole episode leads up to what? Him being the same person? It's like, what the heck, man? And also, it's like I said, it's not torture. I just think there's no progress really when it comes to the whole Daryl situation. Everything kind of just comes full circle. He's still Daryl at the end of the day. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. But really, I thought it would have been cool if he would have said he's Negan. Then he would have broken out maybe a few episodes later. And then just that kind of deal, right? Like, really, why in the heck did they not do that? Okay, number 8. Number 8 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 7, called When the Dead Come Knocking. The problems with this one mainly stand with the stuff with Milton and Andrea. That was just annoying, and that took up like 15 minutes of the episode, and 10 to 15 minutes at least. of just trying to make this guy stay alive or trying to keep this guy alive, and all that happens is he just dies anyway. Andrew puts him down, yeah, whatever, but it doesn't do anything for the fans because we don't really care about this guy. So it's kind of ridiculous. And we see, now I do like the stuff with Merle and Glenn at the beginning, but that's like my only good, like one of my only favorite parts. The rest, we just kind of get Rick and them, they're on their way to go to Woodbury to attack to get Maggie and Glenn back. That's it. That's really the whole episode. I just think we could have seen more interesting things. Okay. Number 7 is going to be The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 11. Now, this one's called Hostiles and Calamities. I actually rewatched this one because I'm doing a marathon of The Walking Dead. Yes, I'm almost done my marathon, as you can tell, because this is one of the newer episodes. This episode, man. So you get Dr. Smarty Pants, right? You know, Eugene, all I want to know is if you are a Smarty Pants. Yeah, so he's doing more of this. You know, like, I don't know why Negan does that. Anyway, it's part of his character, I guess, but it's just kind of weird. Like, does he have back problems or something? Like, seriously. Anyway, so all that happens in this one is we just get Eugene that becomes a savior. Again, that's it. That's really it. The only other extra thing is that we see Dwight be kind of more lenient on turning on Negan. That's it. Really, that's all that happens. And I hate episodes where you don't get too much progression that leads you into the next episode and to the next few. I think that's why I hate Cell and Hostiles and Calamities. Also, the Sanctuary is just not an interesting location. It never was in a comic series for me. The characters are pretty cool, like Negan and Dwight and all that. But just the location itself, I didn't really care about this episode. Eugene is not too good to follow for an episode, but whatever. Number 6, Bloodletting. So this one is Season 2, Episode 2. This one, I'm going to say right now, because I kind of knew he was going to survive based off the comic book series, I didn't really care. Okay, number 5 is going to be Live Bait. This is the Governor episode. This is one of them. The other one, Dead Weight, I love, but Live Bait is just bad. I mean, all we get is the governor meeting new people, and then he kind of gets attached to them. Some of them, the little girl doesn't trust him, and then, you know, he protects her or whatever from the Walker pit. And I don't know, it's because he's a villain. It's kind of, I like the governor, but I feel like that episode, it felt dry. Something about it felt dry. Maybe because the first 5 episodes of Season 4 were really good. Number 4 is going to be Them, where we see a group kind of walking around. We see Aaron show up at the end, the lightning, or like the storm. That doesn't make sense, because they're like pushing on the door, and then all of a sudden it's like the next morning. I don't get that at all. They really should have shown more of that. Maybe the walkers break into the barn, and then like Rick takes out his pistol, starts shooting some, and Daryl pulls out his crossbow and shoots one or whatever, and then they're just fighting through them, and then all of a sudden they have to get out of the barn. They're all separated. They're in the woods. You got Glenn, he's shooting, and you got all this stuff, and then maybe they finally just kill all of them eventually, and then they just kind of go to sleep after that. Like, why don't you do something like that instead of just having it skip to the next morning? Who knows? That could have actually happened, and, you know, we just don't know it. So it's ridiculous, man. I really hate that. But it's an okay episode at the end, though. I really like seeing Aaron, because it was kind of creepy when he's like, Rick, right? You know, it's like, not whatever, but really cool. Okay, number 3 is going to be Cherokee Rose. This one is one of those where I actually reviewed this one recently. They're at the farm. They got a well walker. It's not impressive. That's all I'm going to say. Number 2, Slaptown. This is the one with Beth at the hospital. Got bored, basically. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Got really bored. And just the story really didn't make sense after a little while. Number 1, Still. So this is the one where Daryl and Beth are in the woods. This one, the reason why I hate this one is because I actually heard that they actually didn't know what to do for this episode before filming it. And yes, that is true if you guys didn't know that. So that is... I don't hate The Walking Dead, but if they make another one of these type of episodes where they don't even know what they were gonna do, that is ridiculous, because that is just terrible, and I think that's why. The story, it's not bad. I kind of like it because it sets up the Beth death, right? But I think it's because of how this went, you know? It's like they didn't even know what to do at first. They kind of just kind of went on with it. And it felt like, while I was watching it, I kind of felt like they didn't know what to do. Like, it felt like that. So, I think that is not good at all. But anyway, guys, The Walking Dead's still good, don't get me wrong, but there are still a few exceptions, are still a few episodes. If you guys want to see a more positive video, go check out my top 15 best episodes of The Walking Dead. You might prefer that. So I'll link that video down in the description. But anyway, guys, make sure to write your comments below, and I will see you guys for another Walking Dead video really soon. We got Fear tomorrow night, so yeah, I'll do another video tomorrow, or maybe later on today, if I get enough time. So yeah, I'll see you guys really soon. Peace.